Hello. This week also we are continuing to work on preschool skills. The theme for this week is numbers. So I'm going to talk about numbers, digits, and language of math to prepare them into school integration. Starting with the auditory goals, we continue with 3-item auditory memory. Now 3 items will be numbers. For example, you say 3, 5, 6 and tell the child to repeat. So I will say a number and you repeat the number. 2, 5, 9, 0, 1, 2 and the child repeats. So note when you are giving the numbers, you are not leaving a gap between the numbers. You are saying in one go. You are not saying 3, 5, 9. Then the child has to remember only one digit at a time. Because we want the child to remember 3 digits at a time, so say continuously. Continue this as games, auditory games throughout the day, along with this child's sibling also you can do that. Continue when the child can say 2 or 3 digits correctly, move on to 4 digits, 5 digits. In 1 week you can reach 8 digits. Yeah, it is possible because the child will start making the digits into groups. That's called chunking. And then it will be easy to remember. So the child will only remember 3 or 4 digits at a time. Coming to receptive vocabulary, the question the child should understand is how many. This is again related to numbers. So when you say how many, you expect the child to use the numbers as adjectives. So if the child is not using number as adjective, saying only the number and not the noun after that, then you have to repeat it, model it, give lot of auditory bombardment so the child starts using it. For example, you ask the child, how many beads do you want? And the child should say 3 beads. So suppose the child says 3. Oh, you want 3 beads? 3 beads. Repeat and wait. If the child imitates, fine. If the child doesn't imitate, the child has got the message that he has to speak 2 words, not only digit. Also in the receptive vocabulary, the language of numbers should be used. What is the language of number? All, none, many, few, some. All this language should come throughout the day in daily routine activities and storybooks. For example, you are doing craft activity or making some kite or some greeting card. Then you have stickers, you have stars, and you have thermocol balls, those small colored ones for decoration. So you can always say, don't use any thermocol ball. Take all the stickers. Use some smileys. So like that, when you give instructions, if the child doesn't understand, you are there to help, you are there to model. And the child will understand this language, vocabulary will increase, and it will help to understand the concept of numbers. Coming to expressive language, now start rote counting. That's already going on from 1 to 5. Now we continue further till 10, 20, 50, whatever is possible. Take a short goal at a time, and when the child can achieve, move on to the next goal. What I mean to say is, if the child can count till 5, your next goal is the child should count till 10. When the child can count till 10, your next goal is to count till 20. So slowly increase it. It's just rote counting means just auditory memory and auditory feedback to remember the numbers, what comes after that, not exactly understanding the value of the number. So keep that in mind. In expressive goals also, look for child to use adjectives as numbers more and more, increase that the child thinks herself or himself and uses the numbers. Coming to speech, we continue bombardment of sh sound. We are doing it in stories. So what you need to do is when you are telling a story, there will be certain words which spellings will be different, but the sound will be sh, like we talked about it in the last episode. So now point out to those words and count the words. Take one page of the story and say, let's see how many sh sounds are there. And then use point to the word and say machine, tissue, cushion, shampoo, like that, and then say, oh, there are 5 sure words on this page. Now tomorrow, next day, you say, let's see how many sure words are there in the whole story. Help the child to count. You're drawing the child's attention to the print to understand how print and sound are related and associated. Then comes the book. So the book for this week is Numbers, my very first book of numbers by Eric Carle. In this book, what you need to do is, there is print. Suppose you take out, this is number 2. So you tell the child, show me 2 objects. Now the child should be able to see this is not 2, this is 5. And he goes next, this is not 2 things. Then he goes next and he goes like this till the child finds 2. Now where is 2 gone? Here. So the child should be able to put these 2 cards together and say 2 bananas. Right? So like this you can do till 10. This helps the child to understand the value of the number in counting, and also the child will be using numbers as adjectives. Okay, coming to tips. The first tip is do counting, and when you're doing counting, do it through songs and nursery rhymes, and that it's very easy and children pay attention to it. For example, you take the song, 5 little ducks went out to play over the hill and far away. Mama duck said quack, quack, quack. 4 little ducks came back. Now what happened here? This is called reverse counting. You are going from 5 to 4, you will go to 3, 2 and 1. This is not recommended to start with. Start with the straight counting. Once the child can count till 1 straight away, you can do the reverse counting later. For example, how will I change this nursery rhyme for your child? 1 little duck went out to play over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, quack, quack. 2 little ducks came back. Right? So I'm going from 1 to 2. And then when you are saying 2 little ducks went out to play, and then you say, Mama duck said quack, quack, quack. Look at the child. Expect the child to say the next number. So the child should say 3. 3 little ducks came back. So you are going from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So like this, you can do a lot of nursery rhymes and songs. And there are many. Also use language of numbers. For example, use negation. What negation? None, don't, even any is negation. Neither. So when you're talking about, again, stories, daily routine activities, picture talk, conversation, play, whatever, you can always include this language in this. Don't do this, don't give me this, give me any number, give me any bead, I don't want more beads, and then this way you can add negation. Another thing you need to add now is prepositions in the tips. We are doing a lot of prepositions. Now add before, after, first, last, because we are slowly moving to ordinance now. When you say put red bead first and green bead last, but put 2 blue beads in between. You see? So what we are doing is positioning, preposition, and then you may not make it into half, just put first red bead, put last green bead, and then put together. So slowly you can increase these commands and instructions where you include the new preposition vocabulary. This will also do before and after. So why before and after? Because this will help the child to understand the ascending order and descending order of numbers later on in the school. We are preparing the child for that. So you say put red bead before green bead, or put green bead after red bead. So this the child has to understand what does before mean, what does after mean, and which position it should be in. So that will also help the child to learn new vocabulary, language of maths, and be prepared for the number concepts. Also do fast and slow continue, what we were doing, though it is not related here. We just say count fast, what comes after 3, count fast, what comes after 4, like that. So make it more interesting, make it fun, play games, don't just write down, and the children will enjoy learning. If you have any question or any doubt, please write in the comments and I will get back to you. And if you want to see any session before this episode, the link is given below, which will take you to the 40 weeks sessions plan. See you next week. Thank you.